Hey everybody, and welcome back to Emerald Coast. We are here in our first episode of the recorded format version of our Emerald Coast 10-year journey. And we're basically picking up where we left off in our live stream series of videos, where we are down here at the farm, at the shop. We've got our mower and our tedder running. And an interesting little bug that I just discovered with respect to our tedder rake is we've got background noise of the rake running no matter where we are on the map. Kind of an interesting little feature here. So what we're here to do is we're going to drop off our 10,000 baler here. We need these guys to take a look at it. It's outputting bales of a kind of a weird size. None of our equipment will deal with this, so we're just going to leave it here, and we've asked the dealership down here to take a look at it. And in the meantime, they have offered to let us borrow a Massey Ferguson baler. They said is back here in the back of the shop. They said we could come and pick it up when we dropped off the New Holland baler. And we'll be back here around the back of the shop. Oh, there it is. So we'll be able to go ahead and pick that up and use that in the meantime, because they know that time is money this time of year. It is late summer. Basically have a day and a half to get our hay in. So we're going to go ahead and this up here and get over the field. So guys, I know that some of you may not have been watching the Emerald Coast live stream series. So to catch you up, what we're doing here is we're playing on Emerald Coast. We started with zilch. We started with this pickup truck and a chainsaw and $0 in our pockets. And everything we have so far, we have earned through initially log sales, selling of logs. Then we started chipping logs and using the wood chipper, or using the compost master with the wood chips. And then we we took our first cut of grass off of our fields, and we put that through the compost master to basically buy a few fields. We own just a few small fields here on the map. All the equipment that we own, we have earned through either borrowing of money or through earning money. And this is our second cut of grass this year, and we're looking to basically collect it and use it for hay for our sheep and our cows going forward. See our big grass field off here to the left. Coming up here to our cow farm, where I'm thinking we left the big John Deere tractor. It's been, to be quite honest, it feels like it's been a few weeks since we've been here on the map. So I'm trying to remember where I left stuff. Bale stack trailer there. Some round bales. You know what? Not seeing it. Go ahead. We'll just take this down here, and we'll use the other tractor that's down here already to do the baling and get that going. And I have him set up to fertilize the grass field here. But You need to do baling before we can fertilize. So we're looking to try to maintain our release schedule, but I don't know if we're going to be able to do that to the full extent of 3 video releases per week here on Emerald Coast, and that is because basically there's going to be a fair bit of off-camera work being done, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that off-camera work done and be able to also produce the content that I want to produce in that 3-week schedule. So we may roll back to a 2-day-a-week release schedule for the series. But I am committed to try my darndest to do a 10-year gameplay here on the map. We're in late summer of just year 1. So we are going to have quite a bit of work involved here to get 10 years of gameplay for sure. There's going to be a lot of off-camera work just to keep from, you know, being super repetitive, because there is going to be a fair bit of repetitive work going on. I mean, there's only so much farming you can do over the course of 10 years. We've got in spring, in autumn, we're going to need to try to pick up our pigs, and maybe pick up a couple more sheep in autumn. I don't really remember when the cheapest, or the cheapest, not the sheepest. I don't really remember when the cheapest. I said it again. The cheapest time for sheep is, but we'll have to take a look at that. So for those that are new to the series, welcome. I don't know if you've played the map, Emerald Coast, but it is a really nice map. I enjoy playing it quite a bit. As of late, I've had several other things that have kind of taken my attention away from Emerald Coast. But every time I come back here to Emerald Coast, I do feel a bit of a a welcoming back, kind of a wow. I feel welcomed back here. Glad to be back on Emerald Coast for sure. And we're going to be playing it a bit more frequently now that we have wrapped up Rathlin Island. So, those of you that have watched Rathlin Island, what did you all think of the end there? Kind of toward the end, I was really just not feeling it anymore. Just wasn't feeling the map. Wasn't feeling the off hours playing to finish the map out. So I kind of ended it just a little bit earlier than I was initially thinking. But when I realized that the high price point for sheep was going to be day 7 of spring, I decided, well, you know what? Might as well just finish it out on day 7, as opposed to going another 2 whole game days till the last day of spring. And you know, we walked in there with $3 million, and we walked out of there with 5.8. Not a bad little take for the game time that we did there. And you know, I was thinking, how much of that was the sheep? How much of that was the dairy and the greenhouses, and how much of it was the BGA extension mod? Because I mean, we did 9-day seasons, so it's 9, 18, 36 game days per year. and we were pulling in 20-some thousand a game day. So 20,000 times 36 is, well, what is that? 20,000 times 10 is 200,000. So it's 600,000. It's about $750,000 or so, maybe, per game year in revenue from the BGA extension. And we walked out of the map with an extra $2.8 million. So I would say half of that revenue was probably the BGA extension, which is pretty awesome, I think. Or just a little bit of work. You know, I would be using the BGA extension here on this map if we had a BGA, but we don't. No BGA on Emerald Coast. So, only real avenue for money making outside of farming is Compost Master. And it is a pretty darn good way of making money. That is for sure. But that's what we're pretty much looking at. See off in the distance we've got our John Deere mower, tractor mowing. We've got then another tractor pulling the rake. Then we are coming up behind with our baler. We're going to need to probably slow the rake down here in a little bit. We're mowing at 6 miles an hour. We're raking at 12 miles an hour. I don't know, we're raking at 10 and we're baling at 12. So we are both slowly catching up to the mower. But it looks like the tedder there is going to looks like the tedder's going to crash. Stop. You. Just shut you temporarily. And let's get back into our haymaking. So what do y'all think of this 10-year idea of playing 10 years? I don't know who else has really done it, if anybody. I know some guys like Ian Robinson played several game years on County Line, but really don't know if he really kept track of those at all as to how many years he did play. And what I'm hoping to do is kind of document a bit on the weather, how consistent or inconsistent, should I say, is the weather when you play many years like this on a map with seasons, and also the idea of growing your farm up from zilch. No land, no equipment, no money, and seeing where we get in 10 years. Will we be multi-millionaires in 10 years? Will we basically have the potential of owning the entire map in 10 years? What will our animal levels look like during that time frame? You know, how will we be able to upgrade our equipment over those 10 years to keep track and to keep ahead of the field work that needs to be done? It's our little John Deere. We haven't figured out where our big John Deere is yet. That's okay. We'll hunt him down. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to set this guy 10 miles an hour. And where are we at? We are in Abine, 20 Windrose, Field 5. Pick that. Make sure we don't have any type of weird offset going on. We do. Let's get rid of that. Right. And it's waypoint. Whoa. What are you doing? Oh, you know what? We need to put an offset on, I guess. You do need that offset in order to compensate for the rake. I guess I didn't even think about that. I knew we needed an offset for the mower, because the mower is offset from the tractor, but the rake is not offset at all on its course. But the rake is shifting the whole windrow over, so overall we do need to offset that. There. It's good. Go ahead and start it again. I'm gonna drop you down to an hour. That. And we're gonna have to hunt down our tractor. Oh, well, there you are. Alright, now let's see. This is our big John Deere. Now let's see. Can we use our bale stack with our duals here? Will we be able to pick that bale up? I think so. Let's go over here and take our duals off. Alright, that should work. The bale should go underneath our hubs there. Oh. That rake sound is pretty funny. I'll have to ask Will if he's seen that or experienced that issue with the rake here. He's the one that got me that rake that also Ted's. Got on Emerald Coast, we've got some bale stacks placed in the map, and we're going to go ahead and use our auto stacker here to pick up these bales, and we'll use then bale stacks to store them, because we're going to need a whole lot of hay and straw, I think, to support the number of animals that we're looking to support. And in order to do that and not suffer from tragic frames as a result of having a whole bunch of bales, to store them in the bale stack mod. I just came across a cool bale stack mod, or a stacker mod, auto stacker mod. I might put in here on this map. It was a mod that I found when I was getting ready to equip the South Mountain Creamery map. So we're going to do a live stream. We're going to make a live stream map. In fact, we did our first live stream on South Mountain Creamery just last night, and it went pretty darn well. I'm really excited about playing that map, and you know, so much so that when the stream was over, I didn't really want to stop playing. It was after midnight by the time I finally stopped playing the map and everything. We better do this before Baylor has an issue with it. And it was you know, it was really a testament to how much I'm enjoying that. In that I didn't really want to put the map down, and laying in bed thinking about the map, thinking about how am I going to get everything done that I want to get done before I enable seasons, and then get to a point where we can enable seasons and play the map how we want to. This is going to be our last bale. Now let's go. Let's go put this away. This is our last grass field to collect and mow. Also, already used the grass from the other fields as silage for our fermentation silos. Our silo, yeah, well, we've got multiple silos, but I've got something like 300,000 liters of grass already fermenting in one of our harvest store silos there. So according to my spreadsheet, that should be good for a decent number of cows. It should be good on that front. Let's see here if we can figure out where our hay storage is. There's our small straw storage for our chickens. What's this over here? It's round bales hay. It's square hay bales. Square straw bales. And that's square round straw bales. Okay. What we need to do is let's drop that. Need to pick up our arms here. Let's put them over out of the way. Oh, yeah, that over there is our little baby straw bales for our enhanced chickens. Uh-oh. Sound stopped, so I guess we need to figure out what's going on here. Looks like our hay bind and our baler. So our rake is stopped because you need fuel. Pick up. Let's go ahead and pick up our service trailer, and that's where I guess we're going to leave you guys today. trying to go ahead and see if we can't finish up this grass field off camera. And I guess when we come back for our next video, we'll have this grass field all collected, and I'll report back how many hay bales we got out of the field. So let me know what you think of the first episode of Emerald Coast, the recorded series. If you want to go back, if you haven't seen the live streams, if you want to go back, that's cool and all. But I really don't expect you to go back if you haven't already, and catch up on those. I typically, personally, don't typically go back and watch live streams of folks that I have subscribed to. If I can catch a live stream, I will catch it and hang out for as long as I can. But if I happen to miss a live stream, I typically don't go back and watch the archive. It's just something I usually don't do. So I don't expect anybody to do anything that I wouldn't do. So that's why I'm not expecting anybody to go back and watch the archive of these live streams, or the previous live streams. But we're starting here with 66 hours on the map already. And we're not even done our first year. So what kind of hours are we going to have on the map with 10 years of gameplay? What do y'all think? So here and start up our fuel pump. And with that, I'll leave you guys. So until next time, happy farming.